playthrough. You just came from the level 99 progress. We got up to 20 hours, and Cloud just hit level 46. Barret is still level 45. Alright. Okay, so we are in the second reactor. I think we set the bomb, but this time it is a remote detonation. So we get to run away, not having to worry about the timer. I will double check because I can't remember. Yeah, alright, so we're all good. I'm going to check my material real quick. Should be good though. Alright, so Cloud has Restore, Barret has Ice, Tifa has Lightning. I don't have anything else. And that's pretty good. Alright, let's continue on. Don't need that, because I'm pretty sure we all know where we're going. Alright, so a couple of new enemies. Gonna take him out first. Looks like I got hit with darkness. That's alright. Anytime now, Barret. There you go. Alright, that was easy enough. I also want to kind of change that. We've had the blue for some time. Let's get something a little fancier. How about some green? Let's try a little green, not too dark. And then that's not too bad. Probably needs a little less blue on this side. Alright, let's go for maybe like 20... 53, that should be fine. A little less. Alright, a little flat, but there we go. Alright, second reactor. We pretty much just get to leave normally, just like the first reactor. No timer this time around, because this time we set the bomb, but we have a remote detonator, but we leave as normal. So we get to climb a couple of ladders, walk up some stairs, and take the elevator. And fight some enemies along the way. Alright, he's done. Alright, easy enough fight. Yeah, same as before, we hit the button. And this next part is a little bit different. Same setup though, but the camera angle is a little bit different, and we get to press buttons in order to escape. And we just have to time it in sequence after Tifa talks. Way off. Yeah, a little bit off. There we go. I think I've gotten that first try maybe like once or twice. Could save, but we'll continue on. Shinra soldiers. Yeah, so they knew we were here anyway. So they pretty much laid a trap. Yep, yada yada yada. Yeah, so here is boss number 2, Air Buster. Now, even though this is the remaster of the first game, there is still a pretty noticeable bug when it comes to this enemy, especially when fighting it from the back. When you hit it from behind, it deals a massive amount of damage. Even more so when you use a limit break. So it's a pretty easy boss. So we pretty much just gotta whittle down the HP, and we could have it face away from Cloud, and we should be good. But I'm gonna heal up that side a bit. Tifa needs a little bit of healing. I'm gonna use Bolt. It's gonna use Big Bomber. It's gonna do some damage to Tifa, but I'm gonna be healing anyway, so that's alright. And if I deal enough damage, it's going to make it so that he's going to be unable to turn around. Alright, so ice isn't really effective, so I'm going to keep attacking it. I'll attack it once with Cloud. Should be fine. He'll counterattack, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll let Tifa attack it. He should turn around again. Yep. And I should be good for the rest of the fight. So he'll do his attack. Yeah, so I still got plenty of HP. Alright, big bomber gun. I should still be good. Yeah, so now we can't turn around, which means I could use Cloud to deal massive amount of damage. And that's a fight. You pretty much just keep attacking, and that's about it. You know, a little bit of experience and the Titan Bangle. Yeah, so that little interaction there where we have a choice, it doesn't affect the gameplay in any way, but there are some hidden attributes to some of the characters that involve the dating sequence in the Golden Saucer. That interaction changes a couple of the points for... I think it only affects Tifa, or it could be Tifa and Barret. See, the first one is with Aerith. You can either buy flowers or not, and if you buy flowers, you can either give them to Marlene or Tifa. The first one you get points for Aerith, and the second one you can... If you give flowers to Tifa, you get points for Tifa. If you give flowers to Marlene, it gives you points for Barret. And for this one, I think it's either points for Tifa or points for Barret, depending on which choice you pick. But I think it only affects Tifa. So after we fall, we land in the church, and this is where we meet Aerith. And I will be changing the name because the default is incorrect. I can't just press start like the other characters. Alright, so not much else. I'm going to take this and equip it to Aerith. I don't have any accessories yet. So we talk to her and we have another interaction here. I believe we get some more of the dating points when we say, hey, I remember you. Yeah, you were selling flowers. If we see the other thing, I think we lose points for that. So at the end, depending on who has the most points, gets to go on the date with Cloud. Usually the most common ones are either Tifa and Aerith, depending on how many good interactions you had, and if they've been in your party multiple times, and a couple of other factors like giving them potions. However, you could also manipulate it enough so that you could have either Barret or Yuffie in the dating sequence, and it's pretty much the same. You keep the interactions to a minimum, and you pretty much have to be pretty specific with the interactions. They can't be in your party unless they have to. Other than that, they pretty much just have to stay out of your party. And there are guides all over the place. Alright, so we get to find out her name here. Now, even though as most people want to believe this is not her correct name, that was only an accidental typo. So, we're going to be removing the S and putting the TH. Alright, and we move on. Yeah, so here we have Rito of the Turks show himself. And the Turks have a little bit of a history with Aerith. But as of right now, Cloud doesn't know that. Oh, you stepped on the flowers. You stepped on the flowers. Alright, so we pretty much just run out the back. But before we're able to, we get to do a little sequence here. Alright, so a couple of things we can do. We can either fight them or run. If we run, we eventually get stuck and we have to fight them anyway. Or we could take a couple of these barrels and knock some of the Shinra soldiers out. The Shinra guard here. Alright. And since Aerith is down there, we can only use Cloud at the moment. Alright, easy enough. Alright, so we head back over here and we can sit at this barrel for a little bit. And we just wait. Alright, so we're going to go over to this one over here, which is going to go down this set of stairs. Alright, for this third one, we can either knock down the barrel or tell her to run. If we told her to run before, she would get, not exactly stuck, but it also depends on where we use the barrels to. Alright, so I'll just use another barrel. And we're home free. Alright, that's that. And we just leave. Alright, we made it out of the church. Yeah, so they pretty much talk about what the Turks are doing, why they're after Aerith, and Aerith knows, but she doesn't really talk about it much. Alright, so after this, we just head to Aerith's house. Yeah, so Aerith notices Cloud's eyes, and he has a distinct green glow, marking him being a soldier. Alright, but before I forget, I'm going to equip Aerith with the Titan Bangle, and I'm all set. I'll keep the Restore on him, and I'll just give Lightning and Ice to her. So I'll be using these two for a bit. And I'll leave her in the back party. In the back line. Alright, so this monster right here is kind of unique. It's one of the few that can actually steal from your party. And if they do steal, you're going to be quick enough to kill him, or they're actually going to take the item and you can't get it back. If they do steal from you, hopefully it's something of little value, like a potion, but they can steal other things from you too, so keep that in mind. Alright, so we got a couple of shops here we have access to, so I'm going to take a quick peek. I do have a little bit of money. I don't need any of this right now. I'll be getting fire later. I can, however, sell some stuff. I will get rid of some ethers because I don't need those. She'll give us a little bit more money. Alright, so we're good with that. I think we could probably buy some items here. Snag some potions. I'll grab a couple of these. Grab some of these, and I'll grab a tent. Alright, I'm good for that. I will take a look at the Turtle Paradise poster. So that later on we can collect some sources in Wutai. Alright, I think we can also get... I think we have access to a new weapon for Aerith. Oh, wrong character. No, just the Titan Bangle. Alright, I will... grab one for Cloud. Because I didn't grab that other one before. Alright, now we're good. Okay, we're going to go behind her house and grab the cover and ether. Alright, I'm going to put cover on Cloud. Gives us a little bit of vitality. I'll snag the ether for sale. I'll sell that later. And we go to her house. Yeah, so we meet Elmira. Yeah, so we just talked about plans. I think I will go with... I'm going to try and get Aerith. I think I had Tifa in the date last time. Yeah, so we're talking about getting back to Sector 7 because we got to meet up with Barret and Tifa because we fell down. But Elmira stops us, tells us, can't we just do that later? We just got back. So we take her advice and stay for a little bit. Yeah, so Elmira pretty much just asks us, yeah, just sneak out. I don't want Aerith to be in any more trouble than she already is. Alright, so we take a quick break. Cloud is pretty much talking to himself. We're not entirely sure who he's talking to. Maybe it's subconscious. Some people think it's Zack, but I don't know. Alright, so after a quick snooze, we're going to grab the items over here. And we're going to very carefully walk out because there is a trigger point right next to her door on the floor. And if we run, we pretty much set it off. It's like a loose floorboard. But down here we could just run out. And we just head all the way out of town and to the left. But that doesn't even matter because somehow she knew. So she pretty much goes with us anyway. So for now we're stuck with her. We got this little in-between area. There's nothing of note, so we could just head right through. No encounters. Wow, that's a first. Yeah, so right here, I don't think it matters which one we choose. Either way, she pretty much says, it's like, won't I be in the way? Isn't that out of the way? So right here, we just talk about the past for a bit. You know, and soldier. First class. Yeah, so at this point, she does hint about Zack, but at the time, Cloud is pretty much repressing all of his memories of Zack, and Aerith does not know that. So we both know, but we're not talking about it. And then Tifa shows up. Tifa? Tifa did look pretty odd because she was in a dress. She's never in a dress. Yeah, so after we see Tifa being brought over, we get to head into this town. Man, we finally make it. Alright, so there are a couple of things that we can do here that also impact the end of the game. For example, right here, if we do this, we can set this up for Tifa later. And then we just have to wait until the end of the game. For now, I believe that is it. The rest of it is just in a sequence of events. But we just head down over here and we could talk to the guy. It's like, hey, do you know a girl named Tifa? Alright, this pretty much starts a little mini quest. Where is Tifa? Alright, so we find out about a guy named Don Corneo, and he is looking for a bride. So we head up north here and look for his mansion. So we got to pass all these little shops. I believe we can buy some stuff now. This will be a new weapon for... Yep, new weapon for Aerith. And Tifa and Barret. But I already got that. And a new mithril armlet. Okay. I just got those, so I will buy 2 of these, but for Tifa and Barret. And I will get a metal knuckle for Tifa and a mithril rod for Aerith. Alright, so I'm good for now. And that should do it. Alright, so we head past here, head past the restaurant, and we go into here, and this is Don Corneo's mansion. Alright, so it looks like we can't go in, so we have to come up with a plan. When in doubt, dress up like a girl. So Aerith comes up with a brilliant plan of dressing up Cloud. So that is how we're going to sneak in. Alright, so now we get to find out how to dress up like a woman. So, we're going to head down here a little bit, and we're going to find the clothes shop. We're going to find some clues here. You just talk to the person behind the counter. Alright, so we can't exactly buy clothes yet, so we have to find the owner at the bar. Okay. Alright, now that we're at this point, this unlocks a couple of extra stuff that we can get for the dressing. Now, depending on what we're wearing, it changes who gets sent into the second part. So, I guess Cloud will have to take a chance with that. So I'm going to grab this first. We talk to this guy here, and we get the members card. Now, if we go this way, we can go into the Honeybee Inn. At the behest of Aerith, because we leave her outside. Alright, so we got two different rooms. Not really much of a difference. I'll take the group room. Alright, I think this is the one I need. Jeez. Cut the small talk. Everyone? I think this guy... Miyuki? Mookie? Alright, so we pretty much just have this little mini event. This could be dangerous. Yeah, so it pretty much just sets up a bath sequence. I think we get... It's not the lingerie from this, so it's probably the briefs. Alright. Okay, Mickey, we're out of there. Alright, so that's the end of that. Bikini briefs, okay, yeah. Yeah, the other one has to be lingerie then. Alright, so that should work. I'm supposed to wear this? Alright, so we could just head out and leave. We could head back into there and go into a separate room where we can apply makeup, but I don't think it really changes anything. So we'll just pick up back with Aerith here and leave. Alright, so we can go straight up here and talk to this guy for a tiara, but he has a favor. Yeah, so he needs to find out what is inside the vending machine of the inn. So let's head over to the inn and stay for the night. And I have plenty of money, so I don't have to worry about that. Alright, so we stay the night. And since we want the good tiara, we're going to go for the most expensive item. Doing some of this stuff is completely optional. You could set it up so that you only have to get the dress and the wig for Cloud. But all of this stuff makes it easier to get Cloud chosen. Alright, so we got the item from the inn. Now we just head back up to this guy over here and give him what we found. Alright, now we're the proud owner of the Diamond Tiara. Okay, so I believe we go to the restaurant here. We take a seat, and it doesn't matter what we eat. So I will go with today's special. Pay the guy first, and then enjoy our meal. Alright, so if we tell the guy, hey, that was alright, we get a pharmacy coupon. Now, this one also has a couple of options as well. Depending on which one we pick up, changes what we get from the person in the other restaurant. Oh, the bar, anyway. So we talk to this guy once we have the coupon. And we're going for the best item, so we're going to go for the digestive. So we get this, and we head up to the bar. And this will be the final piece we need after we talk to the bar owner. Yes, hello to you too. Alright, so we head up over here, talk to this person in the bathroom, and give them the digestive. And we get the sexy cologne. Alright, so once we did that, we got all of the optional stuff for Cloud's dress. Now we can continue on. We talk to the owner right here. Alright, so there are 3 different options. You should say 3 different kinds of dresses that we need for Cloud. We're going to be going for the best one, so we need something that is soft and something that shimmers. Alright, once we talk to him for a bit. Alright, so soft and shimmers. So this will give us the silk dress. So once we're done talking to him, we head back over to the clothing shop and we talk to the person behind the register. And we got to talk. We got to try on the dress. Alright, so it turns out we need a wig. So we're going to head over to the gym. Now, this one also has a couple of different versions of it that we can get based on how well we do. So, since we're aiming for the best, we have to get the most amount of squats. Alright, got it. Square, X, circle. And we got 30 seconds, so plenty of time. Nah, we don't need to practice. Yeah, so pressing the buttons in order, it counts as a full squat once we press the circle button. So as long as we can continue with the pace, we should get pretty good time, and I'd say either 19 or 20 squats, as long as we don't make any mistakes. Alright, 21. Not bad. So, because of that, we get the blonde wig. Alright, so after the squat off, we can head back over to the clothing shop and finish up with Cloud. And we're all set. Walk this way, Miss Cloud. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And I feel they did so good with this scene in the remake, too. It was definitely spot on. Yeah, and Aerith is going to grab her dress as well. Alright, since we did everything for the dress, we can head up to Corneo's mansion and get led inside. Because we have to find Tifa. So now we talk to this dude. And we get to go inside. Alright, we finally made it in the Corneo's mansion. Alright, so we're going to go upstairs and to the left, and we're going to find her down the stairs. And they're going to have a little interaction before we meet. Ugh. Alright, so before we talk to Tifa, I'm going to grab this. And now Tifa is going to know who we really are. Cloud, why are you dressed like that? What are you doing here? Yeah, so we get a little bit of backstory with Tifa. She's been trying to figure out what's been going on. So Tifa figures out that in order to learn the information that she needs, she has to get it from Corneo himself, and the only way you can do that is become his bride. So that kind of works out because we are here doing the same thing pretty much. Alright. Alright, so before I do too much, because we have Tifa, I can give her the stuff we just got, because we have a boss fight coming up. And I'm going to take ice and give it... Oops. I'm going to give ice to her. And that should do it. Alright. So, we get to find out who's going to be Corneo's bride. But it's going to be an easy choice because of what we did for Cloud. If we choose all of the good items, then we are automatically chosen. So, based on what we choose, we could either set it up so that we are chosen with the best stuff. If we go for the middle ground stuff, I think it's Aerith that's chosen, and if we choose the bad stuff, Tifa is chosen. And it's kind of interesting on the middle stuff, getting Aerith chosen, because that is one of the things, that is one of the interactions we need in order to get, I think it's the dating sequence for Barret and Yuffie. So it's kind of a little challenging, because in order to get the middle stuff, we kind of don't have to get like the tiara or the lingerie, but when it comes to like doing the squats in the gym, we have to get the middle wig, and in order to get the second wig, we have to get the same amount of squats as the other guy. We pretty much have to end up in a draw, and that can be a little tricky because sometimes they usually make a mistake too, so we have to do the same thing. So I'm just going to grab the hyper out of the back of the bed and talk to this guy. Doesn't really matter what we choose here. We're pretty much just killing time until Tifa and Aerith can show up. Oh man, you tricked me! Alright, so they made it. So in trying getting Corneo to talk. Alright, so Corneo was ordered to find a man with a gun for his arm because they are looking for Avalanche. And it turns out the person that was asking was Heidegger. And so they came up with a plan of essentially destroying an entire sector just to get Avalanche out of the equation. So Corneo pretty much tells us how they're going to do it. They're going to break the supports and take out Avalanche's hideout. Alright, it doesn't matter which one we choose on that one. We all get sent down the hole either way. Alright. We get a little intermission here with Heidegger and President Shinra. And Reeve, too. I forgot about him. Yeah, so they're talking about the preparations for taking down the entirety of the plate above Sector 7. And Reeve is against it, but they go ahead with the plan anyway, leaving the Turks to deal with it. Alright, so after this interaction, we get back to this. Alright, so I'm going to grab this real quick. Now, I'll fight this first. Alright, so because I want to have Aerith in the dating sequence, I'm going to talk to her first, whatever we get out of the encounters. Depending on who you talk to first does matter. You get more points based on who you choose first. And I think it does the same thing with Barret too. You talk to one of them first. I can't remember who it is. Alright, so we got a level up. Alright, so talk to Aerith first. I'm gonna get points for her. We'll talk to Tifa. And this will start boss fight number 3 against Apps. Alright, so I was lucky enough to get a limit, so I won't get that. And I'll heal, because I need it. Alright, so this is the back attack. Alright, so we're going to take a little... No, the other one. Never mind. That's just a regular one. He takes more damage with that. It's when he jumps. That's the one we need. Alright, so this is the reverse tsunami, where we take more damage compared to him. Alright, so that will give me Hurlement Break so I can heal. And we can go from there. That, I believe, is going to give us Sadness. I think I can... some way to check. Yeah, we can see it on the blue bar. Alright, a few more hits and you should be done. Oh wow, missed. Alright, there we go. Boss is down. And Phoenix down for our troubles. Yeah, so we gotta make it to Sector 7 before the plate gets taken down. So we gotta make our way over there. But first, I will use a Hyper and Tifa to take Sadness off, and I will just leave that at that. There. Just gonna pick up this steel materia, and I'm gonna give it to Cloud this time. Yeah, so I figured he would probably die before that. Alright, so I get to save the limit for later. Alright, so we got some steel materia. I'm going to equip this because stealing from enemies is pretty handy. You get some useful stuff. Because we have one monster coming up that actually does have something really useful. And it's another weapon for Aerith. So, we're going to equip that and head down. Alright, so we made it out of the sewer, and now we are in the train graveyard. And we have to look for a specific monster called Eligor. Alright, but it's been a little while, so I will save. Yeah, about 2 hours. That's not bad. Alright, so we're going to head over to this barrel and grab the high potion. And we're going to climb the ladder and grab the potion. Alright, we could steal from these guys. I collect that way too fast. These guys have ethers if we steal from them. But we don't really need those for now. So we'll just skip that. Alright, head back down, grab this potion. Grab the echo screen. And another potion. Alright, so some ghosts. I'm gonna skip this one. They don't really do a lot, but they can be annoying. You attack them and they disappear for like a turn or so. And you can't attack them in between. So you have to wait. Alright, so we got that potion. Next we're gonna grab that one right there. Now we need Eligor on this screen. He's around here somewhere. So we're going to head over here and go to the barrel. Alright, some more of these dudes. We're going to get a quick heal. Alright. Alright, and another ether. Alright, so we're going to move this bottom train first. Because this will push this sideways one a little bit, so we can move that second one. And we will be all set and ready to leave. Okay, so we need to farm for a bit, so I'm going to do... Let's see who we get in this. This one might be... No, just a ghost. Alright, I'm going to skip this one. A little bit of cover on that. Alright, so I'm going to use the time. I need Eligor. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to run away. Ah, here we go. Alright, so this guy, he used sleep attacks. And I think he does a laser attack. But we need to steal a weapon from him. Nothing yet. Huh. Alright, so since I can't do that, alright, there we go, striking staff. Alright, so this one is one of our earlier weapons. It has 4 slots, the first 2 are connected, and it's a pretty decent attacking one. Similar to the one that we're going to get for Cloud later on. So, let's get a yeah for Tifa, and take it. Alright, that is Eligor. Alright, so we're going to head over to the equipment and give her the striking staff. Alright, and we can head out. Oh, gotta head over a little bit. Alright, so I will be right back. I'm just going to take a quick break. Be right back. And we're back. Alright, so we left the sewer and we left the train graveyard. Now we have to figure out what's going on with that plate. Yeah, so it turns out some of the avalanche resistance is trying to stop the people from pretty much destroying the pillar, and Barrett's up top. Alright, so we're gonna make our way to the top. Aerith is gonna go on her own little side quest there, and me and Tifa are gonna go upstairs. Alright, so we should have everything all set. We do, okay, so we get lightning back, because everything is taken off of her. I believe we have... Oh, hopefully I pressed that in time. I sneezed. Owie. Alright, so I have a second mithril armlet. I'll leave that for Barrett. Alright, and we are good to go. So I'll skip the save. I will skip the save. There we go. I don't feel like talking to Biggs. Suppose we'll fight a few of these guys. Man, their attack animation is so long. Yeah. Should be... No, it's still around. Alright. Hopefully it can attack the other one. There we go. That's one. And two. Yeah, these guys aren't too bad. Ooh, cross slash. Sweet. He's braver enough. Yeah, it's just their animations are a little bit slower. Because they have an attack and it's like it resets. Like right after it. Alright, so next up is Jesse, but we'll skip the talk. Talking to them doesn't impact in any way. You just talk to them. I gotta heal. First one down. Let's use cross slash this time. Should, yeah, run immediately into it. Finally. Yeah, this takes so long. Because it took so long, I didn't get a heal. Alright, we're gonna skip Jesse here. And meet up with Barret. Alright, that was pretty good. I will check the equipment. It should be good. Barret already has a limit. I'm going to give him the mithril armlet. His weapon is good. Switch out materia. I will give him lightning. Alright, we're good. Now we have another boss. Reno. Alright, so that's going to put a pyramid on the character. We can attack it. Just gonna, yeah. So later on we can steal from Reno, but right now we cannot. Okay, so that's gonna go on Barret. Use Tifa, I'll use cross slash on Reno. Alright, pyramid's down. Yeah, so we fight Reno a few times in the story. Alright, so that's gonna go on Cloud, so we're gonna switch to Tifa. Take out the pyramid. Taking a fair bit of damage. Gonna use a potion on Cloud. And Reno should be done shortly, because he doesn't have too much HP. The pyramid, but he's on Tifa this time. Should be just about done, but I'm gonna get the heal in anyway. Alright, that's it for Reno. We don't see him again for a little while. And an ether. Yeah, so Sung pretty much showed up anyway. And for some reason he stopped in to say hi with Aerith. Yeah, so that is the first time we ever hear mention of Ancient. So, Sung takes Aerith captive, and we have to find a way to escape. If we talk to Barret, he will interact with that, and we are good to go. And that's it for Sector 7. Yeah, so Barret potentially lost his kidnap. And a few of the other people that we've interacted with. Was there supposed to be sound there? Barret was shooting his gun. Yeah, because if we remember, Aerith told us that she was going to go help out Marlene, so Marlene should be safe. Yeah, so Barret goes on about his plans about, getting revenge from what Shinra pretty much did to the entire sector. So, in the meantime, we're going to head back over to Aerith's house, because that's where Marlene is. Thanks to Aerith. Let's use Cross Slash. Not a hard enemy, but he has 2 phases and does a little bit more damage in the second phase. Alright, so we made it back to the mini town here, and we're going to head back over to Aerith's house and talk to Elmyra. So she pretty much gives us a rundown of what's going on between Aerith and Shinra, and it turns out Elmyra knows. Shinra has known about Aerith for a long time, and Aerith is what's called an ancient. That's pretty much it for now. So just giving a little bit of backstory with Elmyra here and how she came to know Aerith, because it turns out Elmyra is not even her real mom. She was an adoptive mom. So, at the time, there was a war between Wutai and Midgar, and Elmyra was waiting for her husband to show up, but he never did. So, one of the times when she did show up, she found Aerith and Elfana. I think that's how it's said. Yeah, so Aerith was one to break the news to Elmyra about her husband. Because Aerith is spiritually in tune with the planet. And the Turks eventually found her, but pretty much let her live with Elmyra under, I guess you could say, supervision, sort of. Alright, yeah, so Aerith was able to bring Marlene to Elmyra, and Elmyra was taking care of her. So Barret is extremely relieved because he almost lost her. So after this, we come up with a plan to find a way to rescue Aerith. Alright, so we don't really need anything here, so we can just head on out. Yeah, so we gotta find a way up to the headquarters. Just gotta wait for Barret. Yep. Alright. That is the question. We are going to have to take a look at Wall Market. Alright, so a couple of cool things. We found out Aerith is an ancient. Shenra was crazy enough to try and take out Avalanche by removing a plate. And yeah. So, I will leave it at that. This has been just a regular playthrough. And I will see you in the next one.